of getting a good harvest. Day in and day out, he paddles, tireless and hopeful. His family depends on him to put food on the table, enough to last them for the day. The next day, he paddles again. Nong Jose hopes and dreams of a bright future for his family. Nong Jose has fears as he journeys into the sea, for the future brings about uncertainties. So goes Nong Jose, tirelessly paddling to achieve his dreams and realize his hopes for himself and his family. As the bugsai meets the waves, he thrusts himself fearlessly forward. In his journey through life, he knows he is not alone. Kindness exists in this world. Evident in the many happy faces of people around him. Today is a beautiful day. Tomorrow, even better. The future looks bright.
God Almighty, thank you for bringing us together during this unprecedented and challenging time. We ask that as we move forward as a community into the next normal, you give us the strength, patience, and wisdom needed to overcome these trials and rise above the pandemic. We pray for our present-day heroes around the front lines fighting against the virus, those who have become sick, and those who have died. May they have eternal rest. For those of us who are holding on to hope, please give us the grace to never give up. Dearest God, heal our land. Amen.
Maayong hapon kanatong tanan. It is a rainy afternoon here in Cebu City, but we would still like to thank you all for joining us here today. Welcome to the 5th episode of our webinar series of Rappi Restart. We aim to provide practical information that will help our community not only survive but thrive in the next normal. So we hope to create an online community where we're able to connect and engage with our resource speakers during the live webinar. So let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Jackie Clavin, and I work for the Ramona Boitis Foundation, also known as RAFI. The Restart webinar is a series, and last month, for the month of July, we were really focused on topics related to COVID and how it impacts our health. So we were interviewing doctors, we were talking about mental health, hearing stories about survivors. But moving forward in this episode and upcoming episodes, we would really like to touch on a variety of topics now and how we can move forward and incorporate, preparedness for the next normal into our daily lives. So again, this webinar series is in line with Rafi's vision of touching people and shaping the future. We want to empower people to connect virtually with experts so we can become more aware, we can learn something, and also apply this advice so that we become more confident as we transition into the next normal. So today I'm very excited for our topic. We all know that COVID-19 has become more than a public health issue. It's really become an economic crisis because daghan nawagtang sa trabaho, daghan business na close na or na less good ang sales. So a lot of people have really been impacted financially, and we really have to adjust in order to survive, no, because our livelihood has been affected. So our episode today is entitled Picking Up the Pieces in Pesos, Essentials of Doing Business in the New Normal. And our speaker today will be giving practical tips on how we can start new businesses to help us recover financially and promote entrepreneurship. So we have partnered with the Department of Trade and Industry as well as Rafi Microfinance Institute Incorporated to reach out to our hardworking and business-minded followers, not only here in Cebu, but all over the Visayas and all over the country. So if you are tuned in today, I would like to say hello and welcome again. And I would like to ask, tagasaan po kayo, so maybe you can comment down below in the section where you're watching from, so that we can get a little bit of excitement so we can see who's tuning in and from where. As I mentioned earlier, Rafi Microfinance is one of Rafi's major programs with the mission of elevating the lives of the entrepreneurial poor. So by providing both financial and non-financial services, Rafi Microfinance aims to empower clients and provide them the opportunity to elevate their lives and that of their families as well. So we'll be giving more of an overview of the program later on in the episode after our speaker. So just some guidelines for today. We are using the Zoom app as a platform for our webinar and streaming live via Facebook. So I want to start off by going over some of the guidelines for those that registered and are joined in during the Zoom session with us. Please remember to keep your microphone on mute. This is to avoid distracting the speaker or interrupting him as he gives his presentation. No. Next, please be sure to keep your video off as well. There is the button there in the lower left-hand corner. And finally, if you would like to interact or chat questions to the speaker, those you can use the chat button, no, which is at the bottom of the screen as well. You can ask your questions. If you would like to give a thumbs up or a clap for the speaker, you can use the react button as well. So to summarize, number one, please remember to keep your microphone on mute during the webinar proper. Please keep your camera off as well, and use the reactions or the chat box if you have any questions or concerns. For those of us that are tuned in via Facebook Live, you can still ask your questions by commenting on the comment section below, and we have a team that are compiling as many questions as possible that we can answer in our Q&A session with the speaker after the presentation. No? So right now, I would like to thank our partner, Department of Trade and Industry, for partnering with us and providing us a resource speaker today. And I would like to thank him for his willingness to share his time and expertise with all of us. So Mr. Caio Durano, he graduated from Cebu Normal University with a degree in communication and is currently the Trade and Industry Analyst as well as Information Officer for DTI Cebu Provincial Office. He has also served in the past as a Senior Business Counselor, so I really believe he's qualified to give us some advice on saan na to mag-start ang small business nato. So Kyle, are you there? Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, may hapon, Kyle. So how are you doing today?
I'm actually fine and quite nervous. It's not my first time doing this speaking or taking lectures, but it's my first time to do it online. So I think this is really the new normal.
Yeah, I think so, but I really believe you are more than qualified to give this presentation, and I think a lot of people are watching, Kyle. You just can't see them, no, but I think they can see you. So without further ado, I will turn over to Sir Kyle so that he can begin his presentation. Go ahead, Kyle.
Okay, hi everyone. Once again, good afternoon. So once again, I'm Kyle Durano of DTI Cebu Provincial Office. I am the Information Officer. And today, we will be talking about the essentials of doing business. So how has it been? It has been 5 months, 6 months of this crisis or pandemic. And while some may have lost their opportunity of going out, going to work, while some may have actually lost their jobs, there is a population of people nowadays that has resorted and considered doing business as a source of income. And while some of you, maybe probably those who are viewing right now, are considering of doing their business. So here we are. We will be presenting to you the essentials of doing business, not just normally, but in the new normal. Next slide. So for today's topics, we will be talking about the business registration process, and then some points on hygiene protocols of business establishments in the private sectors. And then we will be presenting some digital programs of DTI and the Negosyo Center services. To begin with, I know there are a lot of people who actually think when they hear the word DTI or DTI, they always keep in mind, DTI, rehistro na siya. DTI permit. Unsa man gyud ang i-register sa DTI. So we'll be presenting to you the business name registration. Next slide. Do I have to register my business name? Kana inyong mga nakitaan or those you see on the signages, Maria Sari-Sari Store, Nana Clothing Boutique, those are business names. So if you're considering doing a business, you should register your business name, especially if you are under sole proprietorship and you are not using your name in dealing with a business. However, we should always keep in mind that the business name certificate registration is not a license to operate. Once you are DTI registered, you cannot consider yourself as this is a business, this is a legal business. But in order to actually operate a business, you need a business or mayor's permit. Next slide. So we will be presenting to you now on screen the business registration process. So for DTI, you have to register your business name if you are under single or sole proprietorship. However, if you are engaged in partnership or corporation, then you have to register with the SEC or the Securities and Exchange Commission. And then for cooperatives, you have to register with CDA, Cooperative Development Authority. Next, after securing your business name certificates, you should register and process your business permit in the local government unit where your business is situated. So you must register it in the barangay office and then in the mayor's office. And lastly are the mandatory agencies on top with BIR for your taxes, and for the employers and employee, SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and if necessary for other attached agencies, depending on your line of business, you are required with certificates from DENR, FDA, and others. Next. So, question, how can I register my business name? So, far before from this crisis where we have resorted to online platform nowadays, we can actually register our business names online prior to this. So DTI has rolled out the web-based portal bnrs.dti.gov.ph, that stands for Business Name Registration System, where you can actually apply, pay, and download your business name certificates online. So any Filipino citizen who is at least at 18 years of age may register their businesses online. Next. How do you create your business name? So the composition of a business name, it must be composed of a dominant name and the business name descriptor. The dominant name sets aside your uniqueness and identity among your competitors. So you may use nouns, combination of names, unique slogans or phrases for your business name, as long as it is not identical to registered business name. So for instance, an example is Maria, very basic. And then business name descriptor identifies the line of business, for instance, online shop or sari-sari store, clothing boutique, restaurant. So that is your line of business. A complete business name is Maria Online Shop, Maria Sari-Sari Store, Maria Restaurant. Next. How much does a business name certificate cost? Registration fee shall be pertinent to the territorial scope or coverage of businesses, and then it will be valid for 5 years. For barangay level, there is a fee of 200 pesos, city or municipality level 500 pesos, regional level 1,000 pesos, national level 2,000 pesos, and a documentary stamp tax of 30 pesos. So what is this territorial scope of business? Next slide, please. So this territorial scope of business refers to the geographical area where the business may locate its offices, stores, shops, branches, and this structure where the pertinent business name may be used without prejudice to engaging in business elsewhere. For instance, if you are an online seller and you are home-based, actually you may register online at a barangay level or your business name at a barangay level. But know that when you register, for instance, Maria Online Shop at Barangay Uno, there is still a possibility of others to take the same business name, Maria Online Shop in Barangay Dos, because the territorial coverage of business name also include the protection of your business name. So if it is registered at Barangay Uno only and covered in Barangay Uno, other else may use it in Barangay Dos. However, if you want to protect your business name in a whole lot of level, for instance, in city or municipality level, in Cebu City, you may register that in city level, which is 500 pesos. Same goes with regional level and then in national level. So if you register a unique business name as early as now in a national level, your business name will be insured to be protected at the national level. However, if your business name currently is registered at barangay level, you have the option to upgrade, but it is not a guarantee, and it will depend on the registrability of the business name if it is still available. So if your business name is registered now at city level in Cebu City, you may go to national level given if there are no other cities or municipalities outside Cebu City or your territorial coverage using the same business name, using the same line of business. Next slide. So how do you pay your registration fee? So while you are applying online, you may also pay online. We have partnered payment centers, including GCash, PayMaya, and Landbank LinkBiz using your debit and credit cards. So how do one receive their business name certificate? The certificate of business name registration, including the official receipt paid through the payment partners, will be sent in your valid and active email address upon registration. The certificate shall then be printed on an A4 size bond paper. You'll be receiving it on your email in PDF form without taking your ride to the DTI office in the comforts of your home. You may register, pay, and then print it on your own. Then you're good to go to your mayor's office registration. Next. Okay, so at this moment or at this point, we have noticed that a lot of people have been engaged in online business, online registration. Online shops have been rampant nowadays. And the question is, do we really have to register our business name? So for DTI standpoint, there is a statement of DTI Secretary, Mr. Ramon Lopez, that the registration of online business, be it to other type of business, it is a key to consumer protection. It is too long to read or to summarize, but his point is that when a business is registered and with actual legalization of permits and licenses to operate, it is easier for consumers to trace this seller in terms of if there are complaints or not just complaints. If they want to praise that business, but there is no name for that business, it would be hard to identify. So the importance of business registration is providing the legality of your business and then the traceability of your business. So we're currently and continually encouraging everyone to register their business name, not just to foster your business, but also to protect our consumers as well. Next slide. So, so those are our points in business registration, focusing on business name registration. Then we go forth to the supplemental guidelines on workplace prevention and control on COVID-19. This is issued by the Department of Trade and Industry and the Department of Labor and Employment. These guidelines may assist and shall assist private institutions developing the minimum health protocols and standards in light of COVID-19 pandemic. It will apply and shall apply to workplace employers and workers in the private sectors. Next. So I know that we have been checked upon on how we feel and how we do physically, but I think at this point, special point of pandemic or crisis, we should also keep in mind that we have to be mentally healthy and able and efficient to work. So employers shall provide psychosocial support so that the promotion of work-life balance may be given in these trying times through proper activities and workforce rotation of employers. So you employers or workforce rotation may be provided by your employers and a referral system to accredited mental health specialists such as the National Center for Mental Health Crisis. There are hotline numbers presented on screen. Next. Reducing transmission of COVID-19 under the minimum public health standard, very basic. We do this all the time. Face mask must be worn at all times. Right now, we are not using face masks because I'm actually alone in a closed room. But when you are engaging with other people in your workplace, even in public utility vehicles or roaming around, going outside, buying your groceries, we must also wear our face mask at all times. It is encouraged to wear your medical graded face mask such as the N88 or the N95, and it is discouraged not to use face masks with vents. Although cloth masks are allowable to be used, but we shall always use it with tissue paper or others filters or similar materials and must be cleaned and washed daily. Next. Filters for cloth masks must be replaced also even after sneezing or coughing, and very basic, hands must be washed or disinfected. I know it cannot be avoided that we are frequently touching things around, so I think we should always remind ourselves to disinfect, have alcohol, sanitizers, or wash our hands with soap and water. And then remember to dispose your face mask after use. Next. Also included in reducing transmission of COVID-19, physical distancing must be practiced at all times. So there must be at least 1 meter distance from your workmates or from other people, and then it shall be partnered with wearing a face mask and better with face shields. Next. So for face shields shall cover the entire face. So those trended online using visors, those are discouraged. We are encouraging everyone to use those that cover your whole face, and face shields may only be removed according to the demands of work and when the occupational safety and health of the employees so requires. Next. Okay, frequent disinfection, frequent hand washing with soap and water, or the application of alcohol-based disinfectants shall be mandatory in all workplaces and is encouraged to be practiced even at home. So always wash your hands and disinfect. Next, there shall be signages among your offices or the vicinity of your offices. These signages will always remind us to wash our hands, to keep distance to one another, or there may be stickers on the floors marking your 1 meter distance from each other. Next. There shall also be an adequate ventilation in the workplace, and this shall be strictly enforced and are highly encouraged. Next. So reduced contact, restriction of mass gathering. There shall be a limit of your workforce system if applicable, especially for low risk areas. You can reduce your workforce to at least 50% and only 10% of seating capacity for meeting rooms for high or moderate risk areas. Next. For more details of this DTI DOLE memorandum, you may proceed to this link. You may screenshot this DTI-DOLE under Joint Memorandum Circular JMC 2004-A for the complete guidance. Okay, so while we're at it, we have several programs of DTI done offline or physically through our negotiation centers or offices. But right now, we have shifted to digital programs of DTI, embracing this new normal. To begin with, we have partnered with EC Builder, or it is a website developing system where you can create your domain of your business name and then create your website. But we should also keep in mind on how we register our business name or start our business online. So next slide. These are the considerations on how to start an online business. So first is to create, it's either you create your own website or use an existing social media platform. For instance, you create your website under your domain or use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for selling. And then next is identify your product or service. So you can be product-based, retail, buy and sell, or manufacture your own product and then sell it. Or it could be service type. You could do like editing of videos, Photoshop, or other services that may be done online right now. Next is no other payment options. While maybe sometimes in our online transactions, we prefer COD or cash on delivery, but we can also engage into e-commerce payments such as GCash, Paymaya to avoid contact of people. So there are a wide variety of online payment options right now. Next is you should also identify your delivery options basing on your careers available in your locality. It could be motor taxis or vehicles or parcel delivery. And then next is very important, you should put or allow online reviews. That will make you improve your business on how people or how the consumers perceive on how they experience your selling or how you do your service. You should always embrace the reviews from your consumers. Next. Other program of DTI, first is the Kapatid Mentor Me program or the KMME, which has been done physically. But right now, we are doing it online using Zoom. This Kapatid Mentor Me program aims to produce confident entrepreneurs with a span of at least of 11 weeks. There are different schedules of different topics in improving your business, from mind setting, values formation, human resource and organization management, and then to business laws and your obligations and contracts and many more. So this is like an online classroom, knowing how to do your business step by step, and then engaging with partners, with big brothers, our mentors that you will learn from. Next. This Global Linker is a partnership of BTI with Union Bank. It is a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs to build an online store. So it is like an e-commerce website. It's like Facebook and Lazada or Facebook and Shopee in one, where there is a community of sellers, buyers, made easy for everyone. But what sets this apart from other e-commerce platforms is that it has an inventory management, and then there's data analysis and digital catalog that is mutually beneficial for the business owners and the consumers. Next. So for those digital platforms of DTI, those are our digital programs. So here, when we present our Negosyo Center services, as I have mentioned before, in the first part of today's program, I said that when people hear DTI, they always attach it with business or negosyo. When they first hear business or negosyo, they automatically think about DTI. So DTI equals negosyo. Next. So DTI has Negosyo Center located in most cities and municipalities that promotes the ease of doing business and facilitates access to services to micro, small, and medium enterprises. So what can we do in Negosyo Centers? First, you can actually seek for assistance in your business registration process. And then we have business counselors manning our Negosyo Centers that will handle your business advisory services. And there are also business information and advocacy. In Cebu province, we have 28 Negosyo Centers established here in Cebu City, even far from north to south, including the islands of Bantayan and Camotes. There are a wide range of Negosyo Centers where you can avail your DTI services. So they're usually located in your mayor's a municipal office or city hall, or in the academe. We have one in UP Cebu. Others are located in your municipal hall. Next. So here are the contact numbers of the Negosyo Centers. I'll name it one by one, but you can screenshot this contact details. We have Negosyo Center in Cebu City, which is located in the DTI Cebu Provincial Office. We have Negosyo Center in UP Cebu, Lahug, Cebu City. We have Negosyo Center in Alegria, Balamban, City of Bogo, San Remigio, Negosyo Center in Bourbon, and Tabogon. And there are schedules here presented on screen. We have Negosyo Center in Pinamungahan, in Bantayan, Madre de Dios, Santa Fe, City of Carcar, Dalaget. We have Negosyo Center in Consolacion, and Daan, Bantayan. Again, there are contact numbers on screen and the office schedules. Next. We have Negosyo Centers in Medellin, City of Danao, Negosyo Center in Sogod, Lapu-Lapu City, Negosyo Center San Francisco, Negosyo Center Poro, Pilar, Todela. These are all located in Camotes Islands. Again, contact numbers are on screen and office schedules. Next. Lastly, to wrap up the last 4 Negosyo Centers, we have Negosyo Center Moalboal, Negosyo Center City of Naga, Negosyo Center Tabuelan, and Negosyo Center Tuburan. For office schedule, please screenshot this, and there are contact details and numbers. So our Negosyo Centers are manned with Negosyo Center business counselors, andam o alagad kaninyo, or at your service. You may see those contact details given, and there are office schedules if you have concerns on the business name registration process or for business information or advisory. you may always contact your negosyo centers. Again, those are DTI services. Those are essentials in business registration and some of the minimum health protocols in your workplace. Thank you.
Hi, Kyle. Thank you
Bye.
so much
Thanks.
for your presentation. I know you were nervous, but you did a very good job still. I learned a lot, no? So one thing I noticed, if for me, DTI has become very recognizable during this COVID pandemic because for example, when I go to the grocery store, I'll see mga display, throughout the grocery store and also sa counter saying that there are limits on certain products that you can buy. Can you explain the rationale behind that?
Okay. Those limits or those are given on grocery stores or retailers to limit the transaction of our consumers because prior to the pandemic, there were a series of what do you call this? Panic buying, where people usually hoard those products. Those listed that you see on grocery stores are the basic necessities under DTI's jurisdiction. So that are included, those are canned goods, sardines, noodles. Those are identified under law, are considered as basic necessities. So these are limited to at least 7 days consumption of an individual. So for canned goods, there is a limit to at least 5. But it has been recently uplifted already since uh, we have been progressing in this time of pandemic. But during those time, it is highly encouraged that we limit the purchase of those goods. But right now, it has remained for the consumption of face masks, alcohol, and other medical supplies. However, for the goods such as sardines, noodles, they're already lifted.
Okay. So that's good to hear. No, hopefully it will continue that way. Kaya
Yes.
remember, so that's really in place for the protection of consumers, no, so that everyone will have a fair opportunity to
Yes.
procure those items, no, so that no avoid hoarding and panic buying. No? So
Because when some engage into hoarding, they take it into advantage and sell it to a much higher price, which is
yeah,
uh, very, I don't know, it's not understandable. We should be helping each other right now, especially in this time of pandemic.
yes, magtinabangay jud ta, sir. So I also have another question because um, I was listening, no, to the other requirements that are now in place for business establishments, like they need to have face masks for all their employees and the customers, and they need to have hand washing and sanitizers and everything like that. But how can very small businesses, sir, that might have less working capital, do you have any suggestions on how they can cope up? Because this might be added expense, no, to their operations already. So what can you recommend with regards to that? Yeah, I'm talking about those, mga very small businesses, maybe like a fruit stand or a small carinderia. And they've already been impacted by the COVID pandemic, so now they have to have all these extra requirements in order to reopen. So what can your advice be in terms of having to cope up with this additional expense?
Yeah. Although it could be not easily recognized that there are people who are experiencing this, especially the micro, small, and medium enterprises who are struggling right now to cope up with business and such requirements. We should always keep in mind that these are presented for us, not just for the benefit of our business, but for also for the consumers as well. Actually, DTI has been supporting small businesses. For those who are under our Negosyo Servicio program, we have given MSMEs opportunity to give them negosyo kits that include those that are needed in their business, especially for those businesses engaged in tourism industry. Some are given the chance to buy essentials that are used for the mitigation of this. But I know in an office standpoint, it is hard for us to reach one by one, but I think we should, I may encourage our business owners to set an opportunity for your business to at the very least, comply with this, because it will hopefully not just mutually benefit your business, but also for the betterment of the society. So at the standpoint, we have microfinances available. DTI has social program where there is a loan program called the P3 program, or the Pondo para sa Pagbabago at Pag-asenso, which is available for MSMEs at zero interest rate, or
Wow.
other options for microfinances in starting their business again.
So that's good. At least there's support from DTI in terms of that, no? And I think also, sir, I'd like to emphasize that maybe while in the short term there is a cost, no, in terms of adjusting, but the faster we're able to get through this virus, hopefully the faster things will normalize, Nasad, no?
Yeah.
So that we're able to have be more mobile in terms of our movement, and hopefully our economy will balance, no? So I really feel it's not only for our safety or for our business, but to consider the well-being of everyone, of our employees, of our customers as well. So but that's good to know, no, that DTI also has programs in place to support the micro businesses that might not have as much capital during this time. uh, with regards to that, sir, there's also a question here about business registration. So number one, it says, one problem is that even if owners have registered with DTI, and even if DTI's fees are affordable, small businesses are still burdened by annual fees imposed by the city or the BIR. How can small entrepreneurs be encouraged to register their businesses?
Okay, at that standpoint, I think those fees will benefit not just your business, but the economy as well. But we should always keep in mind that registering your business is not just a shrug off of your money. It will benefit you as well, because when you register your business, you are putting yourself in a position where consumers take it into consideration that this business is legal, easy to trace, and with the right papers, you can be easily acknowledged by others. Also, when your business is registered, there are a lot of opportunities for you to join government programs, government incentives. So I think there's always a cost for us in starting a business, but when business starts to grow, I think it's just really a part for there are fees. And I'd like to disclaim that others are afraid of registering their business because they're thinking that di ta mo rehistro, or let's not register because there are taxes with that. So if you think that your business is still small right now, or you are doing a business right now just for the sake of having income, or and you're not taking it seriously, like you're not putting a business that will run for the next 5 years, then it shall be fine that your business is not registered. But if your business is really income generating, and you see it progressing, and you see yourself doing this business for the next 5 years, then you should start on registering your business. Again, these steps will not only benefit you, but will mutually benefit the economy as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that, no, because DTI has so many programs, not only to the basic programs, but the Mentor Me program that you mentioned. It's really an opportunity for those of us who we did not go to business school, or we don't have a background in business administration, but you still have the opportunity to learn how you can grow or how you can expand your business. No, so I think by doing the proper channels, registering, and
Yeah.
going through all of the permits and everything, that's really a way to legitimize. So kung seryoso ka sa imong business, you really recommend na you go through the proper channels, not only with DTI, but the LGU and the BIR as well. So that's very nice to know. And I think here's another question about business registration. I think it's a clarification, Sir Kyle. Is it mandatory to register to BIR once you have a registered business name in DTI?
Okay. Again, business name certificate is not a license to operate. It's just a legal identity of your business name. If kung sa tao pa, mura na ka nagpa-register sa PSA for your birth name. So that's just it. But you don't have the right or the legality of actually operating a business. So when you register your business name, you must follow the registration of mayor's permit and then BIR. BIR has already clarified that for business names with gross sales, I think of less than 250,000 annually, you don't have much of income tax. You just need to register your business name to issue your receipts, but there is tax exemptions to such. So people or business owners don't need to be scared to register their businesses because again, it will benefit your business and it's just doing it legally. So again, business name is not a license to operate. It's just a name of your business. But in order to actually operate your business, you need a business permit and then BIR.
Yes. And I know that you touched on this in your presentation. No, it's about online selling businesses. But I think someone just wanted additional clarity. No, do you still have to register small online businesses with DTI?
Okay, so again, if you are doing just selling right now, just in this time of pandemic, like you're just selling old clothes right now, there is no need. You're not encouraged to register your business names or your business. But if you are doing it in a serious note, then you must register your business name. So sorry for that. For online businesses, it's just a platform. Even before this time of pandemic, other online shops are already existing. So it's just a platform of where you can sell your business name, your products. So I think we are encouraging everyone, if you are doing your business and you're imagining it to run for the next year or for the next month, then maybe it's right or time to register your business. Again, if it's just for the meantime, for just for income generation for this crisis, then you may not resort to register. But if you are seeing it for a long time, you have to register your business. At the end of the day, business is still business. So maybe it be online or physical establishment, business is still business.
Right. So still going through those channels. So ang pagsabot nimo, Sir Kyle, is if it's just really temporary, like you're just doing it to get some extra cash in the meantime, like, for example, no work, no pay ka, and you need a little bit of extra income right now, you do not have to register. But let's say halin na kaayo imong product and you decide, I dito lang balik sa work, I want to do this full time.
And if you're taking it seriously, then that's fine.
You want to register your business now. So at the same time, no, you legitimize your business, and then you're able to take advantage of all of these other programs of DTI and then government to support. And there's also some protection, no, for your business. Kaya at least you have a designated area. You're the only one allowed to have this name. No, so at least there's an element of protection with that as well.
Not only on the business, but also for your consumers, for your customers. So they will be highly engaged to you if your business is registered. Okay. Mutuo ta ani nga negosyo kay nago ni siya rehistro, naa siya resibo. So they're taking it into accountability that you as a business is serious and is legal. So it's nice to have a business name, or not just business name, but a complete business registration.
Yes. Okay, so I think those were all very good questions. No, so thank you so much for everyone that asked those. I have one last question for you, Sir Kyle. No, We talked about a lot of things today, but if there is one takeaway message that you could give to the people watching today, what would that takeaway message be?
I think in this time of pandemic, the new normal requires a new mindset. And for business owners, I hope that that new mindset you will take in this new normal includes registering your businesses, because eventually it will mutually benefit the consumers and then your business. And I'd like to stress out that we have to be reminded that it may not be business as usual, but with resilience, it could be business as new normal. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Kyle. I know I learned a lot. I think there was a lot of good information, no, and I think Sir Kyle also pointed out a lot of channels where we could go, no, the Negosyo Center. So maybe we can post that information on our Facebook, no, so that it's accessible. If we were not able to screenshot that earlier, we will provide that on our Facebook account. So if you have further inquiries about DTI's programs and available resources, you can go now to the DTI Negosyo Center nearest you. So daghan salamat, Sir Kyle. Thank you so much for your time and for DTI support in this endeavor. Thank you so much. So to move on with the webinar, we've learned now this pandemic, we've been forced to change and adapt in all aspects. And so for those of us who are business minded, we also have to change and adapt as per the presentation of Sir Kyle. There are new protocols and everything. Some of us may have lost our work, or some of us may have reduced hours, and we're looking at business as an opportunity to create additional income to support ourselves and to support our families. No, so for those of us watching who might be interested now in starting a small business, I would like to share a little bit more information about Rappi's microfinance program, which you could benefit from. So Rappi Microfinance Incorporated has been around for more than 20 years now. We have 327,000 clients worldwide, and we're able to support hundreds of thousands of jobs, no, through that. And in addition to the clients, we also know that we are not only supporting the clients themselves, but their family and their children's and their livelihood. So currently, we have 216 branches located all over the Visayas. Recently, we have been expanding into Luzon, in Sorsogon region, and in Mindanao, in the Misamis Oriental region as well. We have plans to really expand in the future so we can reach more people. So we offer several products to support the needs of entrepreneurs. The first product is the Mauswagon loan, which provides capital for our businesses and for our micro entrepreneurs. So this is how you would start your business, or baka you have an existing business and you would like now to level up the operations of that. You can avail of this loan. We also have a special loan for hog raisers called the Kabuhayan loan. And for those that are working in the transport sector, sama sa mga drivers sa tricycle, habol-habol, and tricycle, we have the Manejo loan that can help support your business in transportation. We also note that there are different aspects, and we want to not only support your business, but also to help our clients elevate the quality of their life. So we offer supplemental loans, including the educational loan para sa mga anak natin. This is to support their schooling, no? We also have the housing improvement loan para mapaganda ang ating bahay, so that we are able to provide a better living situation for ourselves. Our last supplemental loan is in partnership with water.org. This is called the WASH loan. And this is really to ensure that we have access to clean water, as well as a clean CR. So if you need to improve your CR, you can avail of this loan, for health and sanitation purposes, which is very important during this time of COVID. And if you are a member, there are other benefits besides sa mga financial services. We also provide other benefits such as capital buildup or savings, we also have insurance, and then fire and calamity insurance. This is to ensure we are able to protect ourselves and our families, financially, as well as mitigating any risk that could threaten our well-being. So if you are interested in becoming a member, you can inquire at the nearest branch. Now we have 216 branches. Maybe there's one in your city or in your town. You can go and inquire in person. If you're watching now, you can also call our hotline, which is listed there. We have for Globe and Sun. If you are always online, we also encourage you to go to our Rappi Microfinance Facebook page. You can like there's a link, no? And you can actually inquire via the message button if should you have any questions about our products or how you can become a member. So you please feel free to contact our channels there. So I would like to say now, towards the end of our episode, maraming salamat po sa mga viewers for watching today. We would like to ask your feedback on how we did during this episode so that we can improve in future episodes. So you can complete the evaluation survey by clicking the link, which will be posted in the comments below. So please like and follow the Rappi page on Facebook so you won't miss out on our upcoming webinars. You'll be able to register and tune in for those exciting discussions. In line with Rappi's vision of touching people and shaping the future, we hope that our session today has made you more aware of what you can do amidst the pandemic and how we can move forward confidently and together into the new normal. So thank you everyone so much for joining, and remember to stay safe. Have a great day.
Anong makukuha mo sa 14 pesos per month? Aminin na natin, mahal ang mamatay. Insured ka man o hindi, may magbabayad sa iyong pagpanaw. Ang tanong, sino ang magbabayad? A. Ikaw? B. Pamilya mo? O C. Insurance? Nasa sayo ang desisyon. Family Relief Plan. Sa abot kayang halaga na 14 pesos per month, insured ka na. Sa iyong pagpanaw, siguradong may maasahan at hindi mahihirapan ang iyong maiiwanan. Dito sa Rappi MFI, panatag ka